Alright, what's up guys? My name is Big Gumbo or Anthony. Today I'm going to show you how I photograph and list t-shirts on eBay. Here we go. I start out with a wood background. I used to do a white background, just on some white paper, but I think that it messes up the colors. Like in this case, I'm going to be doing a red t-shirt, and when you do a red t-shirt on a white background and you try to photograph it, especially with an iPhone camera, it's going to kind of make the shirt look dark and the background bright, which I think is just awful. If you go and look at all the people that are doing white backgrounds compared to people that are doing colored, like even carpet backgrounds, the carpet ones, most of the time, if they have good lighting, look better. So I switched it up and I'm doing wood background now. I've got these planks of wood that I got from, I believe, Lowe's for $45. Probably paid too much, but they've made me thousands and thousands of dollars. I just lay them out on my bed. They're interlocking, so they slide under one another. The most important thing for the photo is the lighting, along with the background. I use 3 cheap lights and then a ring light, which I bought for $140. So I lay out the shirt on the wood, trying to get it centered. Sometimes I do a square photo, but for that I have to get up on a chair to get far enough away from the t-shirt. So I don't really worry about it. I just try to capture the whole photo in the frame, like so. You can see the tag, you can see the graphic, the colors are good. Mess with the exposure on your camera. If you have a newer iPhone, you can do the exposure and try to get those colors right. For a red shirt like this, it's a little tougher, just because I don't know why, but the iPhone does not like the color red. Then here we're getting a little photo of the date on the graphic. The date was 2008, but it was a single stitched Made in the USA t-shirt. So it was a little odd, and I wanted the buyer to know that because I'm listing it as a vintage shirt just because it's single stitch and made in the USA. Took a picture of the damage there. We had a little hole I got, and then here we have some cracks on the graphic. It's all really important to show. The tag gives us a lot of information. XL, made in the USA. Sometimes it'll say the fabric content on the tag, and since this is single stitch, I want to get a photo of that. So I lay it right over the graphic and bam. There we go. Most people that are looking for vintage shirts are looking for a single stitch. Same thing for the back here. I just want to get a nice, clear picture. I'm trying to lay it out really flat. Sometimes I'll steam my shirts, but for this one it wasn't too wrinkly and it's not going to show up in the photos, so I didn't do it. There we go. Colors look good. Then we're going to get up on the graphic again. But you can see the red kind of changed in between photos there. Here we're gonna get the measurements. I always get up right close on the number there, because you're gonna get a lot of people messaging you, asking you what are the measurements. Even if you put them in the photos, it makes it easier for you to go back, look at the photos, and then message them back, telling them the measurements. And for t-shirts, I usually just do the length, which was that first photo, and the width, which is pit to pit. And after I photograph my t-shirts, I always fold them. That goes for most of my clothing, except for like thicker jackets or whatever. And pants I also hang. But for t-shirts, I fold them and I put them in IKEA bags by color. And I can somehow remember where everything is, even how deep it is in the bag. You see we got a nice little fold there. That's exactly what the buyer's gonna pull out when they get the item. And usually I won't take a picture of it, but in this
case, you're sweet.
Sorry, Siri just started talking to me. Oh my god. Usually I won't take a picture, but in this case I did. Yeah, my Siri's a man. We're gonna hop over to the iPad now and list the item. So usually I'll list on my cell phone. In this case I did it for the iPad just because it would look better in the video. But first I look at all my images, try to gather some info about it for when I bring it over to eBay. I'm noticing that there's some cracks in there. It's been couple days usually in between when I took the photos and when I'm listing it. So we're gonna hop over to eBay. I go just the big button that says list your item at the top, and then I try to optimize my title here. For vintage t-shirts, I usually like to get vintage, I like to get made in the USA, I like to get single stitch, and then of course the size, and then after that whatever else I can fit in. Maybe the brand of the shirt, the subject matter of the shirt. In this case it's Willie Nelson. I want to get his concert tour that the shirt is for. I think it's the Honky Tonk Hero Tour. Yep. What else? And then I got to decide at the end if I want to put the name of the shirt, the brand, Allure, or if I want to put Made in the USA. And I think I choose Made in the USA because not that many people are going to be searching for Allure shirts. And if they do, it's going to show up because I'll be putting Allure into the item details. But there'll be nowhere in the details that says the phrase Made in the USA or Made in USA. First, we upload our photos. And I usually edit the photos in the eBay app because it's quicker than doing it on my phone. And by edit, I mean turn them over, crop them. Try to get as close to a square as possible for the first photo. And then whatever order you click on them here, that's the order that they're going to be imported in. So I try to do front of the shirt, back of the shirt, tag, and then after that it's up to you. Usually do my measurements as the last couple photos. All right, so yeah, we edit it, crop it in, because we want it to be pretty close to a square. So when you're scrolling on your phone, it's going to be all squares. On the computer, I believe it'll show the other shapes of photos. But I think most people are probably buying on their phone nowadays. Excuse me. So we go through, we edit them. Usually I can do it a little quicker, but I knew I was being watched when I screen recorded this. So my hand was like shaking on the iPad. All right, so you can see I've decided that putting the single stitch picture was more important than the graphic picture, because I'm trying to show them that it is a single stitch shirt. All right, and eBay's automatically said that it was a vintage brand shirt, which is not correct. Always check the specifics that eBay fills in, because they're usually wrong. Size type, regular, it's a red shirt. Let's see, theme, I put music usually for band shirts. You can add as many as you want there, I think, or maybe, I think you can. You could put music, band, USA, whatever. Short sleeve, pattern, solid. And the more of these you fill out, I feel like the more eBay likes you. eBay is really pushing the item specifics. So as many that you can fill out as quickly as possible is what I do, especially the important ones like Made in USA. Material, cotton. T-shirts are usually cotton or a 50-50 cotton polyester blend. All right, for the description, I kind of have a scale that I use. For the first sentence of my description, I always say great condition, but my scale is near perfect, excellent condition, great condition, good condition, and anything lower than that, I don't say bad condition. I'll just start listing what's wrong with the item. In this case, I did do great condition. Now I'm going to start listing out right after that what's wrong with it. I like to start out on a positive. So I tell them about the little hole, and then I'm going to tell them about the cracked graphic, and I'm going to also remind them, please look at the photos. I probably remind them of that 3 or 4 times in every description because they never do look at all the photos. There's one pinhead size hole in the front. I'm pointing to it in a photo. There's also light cracking on the graphic, shown in the close-up photo. Clean and odor-free. That's something I've also started adding. I like to go on other people's listings and read what they write and then kind of copy it. I think that's just a little nice touch. So I started it with great condition, listed all the bad things, and then I finish it up with clean and odor-free. So you got a good thing, a bad thing, and then finish it up with a good thing. Then I tell them to please look at the measurements. They're probably not going to. A lot of people that are really into vintage shirts will look at the measurements, but your average buyer won't. Oh, and here I'm going to start talking about the date of the graphic, because it is dated 2008. Looks like it could have been 2003, but I think it's 2008. So I'm telling them that the actual shirt is a vintage single stitch Made in the USA t-shirt, and the graphic is 2008. It could be that the company Allure started, or they kept making single stitch shirts like later into the 2000s. That would be weird though. Usually I don't put this much time into the description. I usually have something that I just copy and paste into each one. But if there's anything weird about it or anything wrong with it, I go in there and I change it up. For the pricing, I saw a sold comp for $65 plus shipping. I'm going to kind of go a little lower than that because I feel in my heart that this shirt is not worth $65. I'm going to price it at $55, and I don't even think it's worth that. I would accept anything up to $25, really. I never do auctions. Always buy it now. Always offers on. Unless I do free shipping and I know exactly what it's worth, I will do no offers, and I'll just do it buy it now, set price. And then for the shipping, I know that the shirt's gonna weigh about 10 ounces shipping it out in a poly bag, but I always put 6 ounces because eBay likes to round up the price for the buyer for no reason. And that's gonna be closer to $5 for them if I put 6. All right, double check everything, same business day, payments managed by eBay, returns on, require immediate pay, yes, list it, boom. And there we go, success, woo! Thanks for watching. That's how I do it. That's how I list. A lot of people are going to be listing on their computers, on their whatevers. For me, this is the quickest way just because I can do it all throughout the day. Once I have the photos on my phone, I can be anywhere. I can be on vacation, and I can just be listing anytime I have a minute. If I have them on a little flash card and I have to put them on my computer, that means I have to be sitting there at my computer. That's too much responsibility for me. I like it to feel like I'm not working, so I'll do it when I'm in bed, on the toilet, whatever. But you can do whatever you want. You know, it's not a big deal. You know, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you liked the video. We lost 3 subscribers this week. We got up to 30. Now we're down to 27. It's pretty sad. I think it's because I've been making too much underwear content. But you know, I like selling underwear. There's nothing I can do about it. So there's gonna be more underwear videos now. So if you want to unsubscribe because of that, I'm sure I'll find some ride or die subscribers that like watching me sell underwear. Yeah, bye.
Nothing but blue skies in my sea.